Hey, what is going on, everybody? As requested, I am going to show you guys how to edit everything on your phone. So the first thing you're going to have to get is this Focus Live app. So I'm going to click it here. This is a third-party app in the App Store, and this allows you to edit pretty easily. It's my favorite so far, and it has a lot of power. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to shoot your video, and then you're going to go into Edit Video here. Here you can select all the different videos, and I'm just going to do this short one that we just shot that I think I already posted in the group. You click on it, hit edit. It's going to pull that into your timeline. You can scrub it around, and you can, sometimes what I'll do if there's audio, I'll hit this audio, and it will bring up the wavelengths, which I guess in this one there's not any, and it'll show you like kind of where you start talking based off the little ticks, and that'll help you kind of cut it. If you want to cut the video, you just click on it, scroll over, and go where you want to cut, and you can just hit split. And then you go back here, the back arrow if you want to go back, or you can just drag it. This little thing, let me grab there. You can drag this little guy if you want to just manually do it. But sometimes I'll just hit split, select on it, and then remove, and then that's kind of the way that I like to do it. Okay, so now we're back to square one. Actually, let me show you as if this was like a regular video. I'd come here, have my intro, I would split it, and then actually, let's go back a stage. Let's correct this first. So everybody's like, well, how do you get certain color? Click on it, then you're going to go to filter, and there's all kinds of different filters down here. I usually like K1 or K2. You can click it again, and then you can adjust the intensity of that filter. So I usually do somewhere between 50% and like 90%. So let's just go there, hit the little back. Then I go on to color here, and you can adjust the brightness, the exposure. So like exposure, if it's too dark, you can just brighten it up a bit. So maybe I'll just brighten that up just a hair. Brightness is more of like the highlights, so I usually don't touch that. If anything, I'll bring down the highlights a bit if I'm outside. Contrast, makes it contrasty. In this instance, like maybe I just do like barely anything there. Oop, too much. Like 3. Saturation, that's going to bring up your saturation. At this point, this one doesn't really need that. Hue, it's going to change the colors. I usually don't touch this. Temperature, this is your color temperature. If your whites look a little off, you can adjust that. This one is pretty darn solid straight off the gate. Tint, this is going to make it more magenta or more green. So that'll be like if your colors are a little off in the whites as well, you can adjust that. Shadows, you can bring the shadows up or the shadows down. For this one, I might bring the shadows down just a hair. Highlights, this is just affecting your highlights. So if you want to make it real poppy, sometimes I'll pop those highlights up a bit. Sharpness, this is just going to make the video more sharp. So you don't want to overdo this. Usually like right about there. Structure, it's kind of like sharpness, but it's more like the texture of it. So sometimes in these videos, I'll bring the sharpness up, and then I'll bring this texture down just a bit, and that just kind of removes the over sharpening that the cell phone cameras do. And then the HDR, I really like the HDR look here. It kind of makes everything pop, but all this stuff you can see, you don't do a lot. You don't really want to overdo it. Like I might just bring that up to like there, okay? And so that's pretty much all I'll do with this. You always want to just color it first, and then we start making the cuts. So we're going to click on it, and then we're going to say this is the intro, we're going to cut it. Okay, so we split it. And then I already have my intro and outro uploaded to my phone, so you're just going to want to get those done. If you don't have them made, you can do them through Fiverr, and sometimes you don't even need them. I just already have them made. So to do this, you just hit add video, and then I find my intro. I know this is my outro, and I hit import. Okay, and so now I have these things already done. And so we'll take my outro, and we're just going to select that. Let me fit, there we go. And we're going to drag it to the right, to the end. You can zoom in with your fingers, so it went too far, snap it in right there. And so if we play this through, man, this phone is blowing up. Just play, we do something, intro, the video keeps going, and then the outro. So like super simple how fast you can get this done on the phone. So now you got to get this out of your phone into your camera roll. And you're going to do this by clicking the little top right icon, like the box out. And then down here at the bottom, you can adjust the quality. If it's a short video, sometimes I'll leave it 4K, and I usually use 80%. If it's a long video, I'll go 1080p just to export it faster. Um, and the big thing here is I'm pretty sure you can't exit the app while it's working, or it just stops the export. So that's the only negative of this, is you can't really use your phone, but it's usually pretty darn quick. So once you select everything here, you just come up and you just hit this export video, and it'll just do its processing. You can see it takes longer on whatever you color correct, because it's having to do all the processing for the color correct. And then the clips that are already like put in without color correction, you'll see how much faster. So watch once it gets there. Whoop, see, it just goes super fast. Bam. So then we're done. We'll go back to the camera roll. And at the very top, or very bottom, sorry, it'll be right here. And then now you have this finished product that you can post wherever you like. So super simple on how you use this. I hope this helps. If you guys have questions, just let me know.